So before we get into today's Daily Memo updates, story about last night, where roughly between 8 and 10 p.m. on Wednesday, October 22nd, rapid responders were alerted that a family, a mother and a son, were followed inside a Ross by two sketchy individuals they believed were ICE agents. They were not masked or had any badges or vests. As community members arrived, at least two more plainclothes agents appeared, one wearing sunglasses at night. And about 30 community members came out to protect the family and pressure the men who refused to identify themselves to leave. They would circle the parking lot, recording them before they eventually did leave. And the family was escorted back home. So thanks to those Longbridge responders. Today is Thursday, October 23rd, and it's day 140 of the ICE siege of LA. And these are your recaps for in and around the area. First, in Chino, on 9th Street and B Street around 5:53 a.m., ICE agents attempted to kidnap two gardeners in the area. They got a hold of one, the other gardener ran off and was later grabbed at the Chevron gas station on Central Drive and Riverside Drive by 5:55 a.m. Again in Chino, at that same Chevron in Riverside Drive, at 6:03 a.m., a man in the area was also seen being grabbed by ICE. And again in Chino, at the McFerrin Home Furnishings on Eucalyptus Avenue and Monte Vista Avenue around 2:05 p.m., an ICE vehicle was outside of the store. The owner locked up and requested help from community watch teams who soon arrived and pressured the scout to leave. Now, if you're San Bernardino, please let everybody know that ICE is always at that courthouse almost every day. Like again, this morning around 10 a.m., an ICE scout was seen driving around the block. There were no kidnappings confirmed. But ICE was still seen lingering around the San Bernardino area to the early evening on North Mount Vernon Avenue and West 16th Street. In El Cajon, behind the post office on West Lexington Avenue and Van Houten Avenue around 8:30 a.m., a community watch member approached suspicious vehicles in a lot and witnessed an HSI agent alongside an individual with a police vest. The community watch member asked if they were ICE, but they refused to answer. She recorded one of the males removing the police vest and leaving the area. And down in San Diego, where they were heavy today again, in Logan Heights on Main Street around 7:20 a.m., community watch teams responded to notifications of potential ICE agents in the area. They encountered an agent scouting the area who attempted to pull over a driver, but was pressured to leave by the watch team, which alerted the community of the agent's presence. And again, down in San Diego, in City Heights on Whiteman and Marlboro around 9:47 a.m., community watch teams in the area encountered the end of an active raid. 3 individuals were confirmed to be kidnapped by agents. The watch team arrived on scene and stated that one of the ICE vehicles was being ticketed while the agent was still inside. And in San Diego again, in North Park on El Cajon Boulevard around 3 p.m., immigration enforcement were seen attempting to kidnap construction workers outside of a residence. One individual was confirmed kidnapped. In Camarillo at Cortez Circle around 8 a.m., 2 known ICE vehicles were seen leaving the area. No kidnappings were reported. But in Ventura, again, in the County of Ventura Government Center on Victoria and Telegraph around 8:54 a.m., community watch team spotted a known ICE vehicle. They documented the car and followed it towards the 101 South. No kidnappings were made. And in Hawthorne, at a TJ Maxx parking lot on Ocean Gate Boulevard around 10:30 a.m., community watch teams verified the presence of an ICE vehicle near the store, just a few feet from that Home Depot, likely scouting it. And in Carson, at the Carson Town Center and South Figueroa Street and Torrance Boulevard around noon, community watch teams approached what appeared to be some sort of law enforcement operation involving regular vehicles. They were told by the agents that they were Orange County sheriffs. Now, LA Taco reached out to watch commander for the Orange County sheriffs, and we're told by dispatch that the watch commander could not speak to us right now, but they're currently unaware of any operations in Carson. Also, at LA Taco, we spoke with one of the students who walked out today at Santee High Schools to protest the interim principal's poor handling of a lockdown during the chaotic situation that unfolded in front of their school that resulted in the shooting of TikToker Richard LA and a U.S. Marshal by ICE.
We were so scared. Some of us didn't even want to move out the front office.
The children are scared. Tomorrow, I will not be available to do a daily memo, but Izzy will complete a report and file that on lataco.com, where you can find it there. Remember to stay safe and stay vigilant, LA.